this cord that was super flexible just moments ago. Look at this. I mean, it's nuts, man. Minus 29 Celsius, minus 20 Fahrenheit inside the tent right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some tzatziki. Tzatziki. It's half frozen. Put that little glob of that on there. A little glob of that right there. A little mayonnaise on top. Oh, baby. Yes. This is an unreal experience right now for me. Being out here when it's like minus 30 outside and it's just getting started, it's only going to get colder. And I'm just coming out here to relax, take in this freezing cold weather while we have it. It hasn't been a very cold winter. Eating delicious sandwiches that I made the steak on a wood stove in a cast iron pan. That's the way to do it. It's taken a while for this tent to warm up. It's like the bones of the structure are really cold. There's a little bit of frost, still snow in the corners. Like there's always snow in the corners, but tonight it's just feeling extra cold in here. And I've got the stove like loaded up pretty good. But with that temperature outside dropping so fast right now, it doesn't surprise me. So we'll see how it goes. All I know is I've got like the greatest sleeping bag in the world, so I'm not worried about it. And I do know that over time it will warm up. It's just taking a while. I'm certainly pumping heat out of here if I have it melting outside at the same time as it being minus 30 outside, right? It's just, this fabric is so thin. Clearly the heat is enough from the inside of this tent to melt what's going on out there. Okay, you guys see this orange cord? How it's all bendy and wobbly. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to put it outside, I'm going to hang it just like this. And then I bet you after just a short amount of time, I'll be able to take it like this. And it'll just stand straight up because it's so darn cold out there. Look at this. I mean, it's nuts, man. I'm just holding it, my fingertips right there on the little end there, the USB end, and it's just straight up. It's crazy to think it's this, and it is that cold. I can feel the cold just like coming right through the sweater, hitting my skin right now. It is darn cold, and it's about minus 34 Celsius right now, so minus 25 Fahrenheit. Temperature's dropping like crazy. As you guys can see over here, I've got some birch, and it's split. So that way if it gets really cold tonight in the tent and I need to get that fire going hot fast, I can put in that split birch and it will really heat up the tent nice and fast. The BTUs coming from birch are intense compared to this right here, which is spruce. Now spruce does a decent job. It really does. I can't complain. I've been using spruce for years at home and here. It's good enough and it burns for a long time. The birch will burn faster, but man, it will just give off crazy heat. So if I'm in need for crazy heat because I'm too cold, I'm prepared. And behind the stove, I also have some more wood. These are, full logs, I guess you could say, junks as we call them back home in Labrador. They are not split, but there's a good chance I'll throw a couple of those in tonight before I go to sleep to burn slowly. Keep the tent at a nice temperature throughout the night. And when time comes, I'll throw on that other stuff. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. This has been on the ground. I let it stay on the ground, and normally have issues with this. And it's just like, it's just filled with ice. It's currently only -33, -34 outside. It got down to -36 overnight, so not as cold as I wanted it to get, but still very cold. And in the wind, it's really, really cold, -50. So still not bad, I gotta say. Anything below -30 is respectable. Anything below -40 is awesome. And that's kind of how I rate it right now anyway. You guys can see how beautiful it is out here. It's gorgeous this morning. And I need to see if this will start. And I'm guaranteeing you that it will not. That means it's got to be plugged in. My pea bucket is also frozen. The pea is frozen in there. It's been on the ground. This is the first time I've ever done this, I can tell you that. I gotta warm it up so I can go dump it. I don't want it to stay in there and frozen. It needs to melt. Got a great bed of coals. This fire has been going for 4 hours from this load of wood. And it's done a really good job. This bed of coals is gorgeous. Oh yeah. And I think I'm going to put in this nice piece of birch. It's thick and it should just go. Provide intense heat for a little while. Just wants it. I'm going to speed things up a little bit here. This water right here sits on this tray all the time, and it just always stays nice and hot. And that should speed it up so I can get the pea out of here. Okay, you can hear the ice. Hear that? He's almost ready to go. In fact, I think that did the trick. Yeah, it did. Okay, taking this out. You can see right here, it'd take about 2.2 hours at this rate of an output of 393 watts with 87% battery life left. So, but I'm not going to leave it plugged in for 2.5 hours, or 2.2 hours, I should say. I'll leave it plugged in for about a half hour, and that should hopefully do the trick. I have a feeling I've got a lot of frozen items in here. Here's my oil, and that is super thick. You can see it's got like a cloudy color to it. It's definitely freezing. Frozen. I've got some bubbles here. And you can make some pretty cool effects with bubbles in the freezing cold, from what I understand. That's neat. It's so neat when it happens. Wow. Oh, look. I killed it. These are, they're not metal. They're just like little hard pieces of, like, I don't know what they are, almost like grass. So that way if they go into your food, you won't choke to death on them. I just destroyed it. Look at that. I'll just clean it all off. Oh yes, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Oh man, it doesn't get any better than that. The honey's frozen and the butter's still frozen. I had it over by the stove to kind of warm it up, but I didn't have it over there long enough. But it's still great calories coming in. Lots of butter, thick on that beautiful toast, with just a nice little line of honey on top. It's a great way to start the day. So as you guys can see, I've had the snowmobile plugged in for almost an hour because I've got 1.3 hours left at this pace here at 393 watts, and I'm almost down to half a battery here. So it should start. If not, I'll just leave it plugged in longer. Let's see. Oh, everything feels faster. Like even just turning the fuel pump. Okay, I need to really get some splits done for my next trip back, because right now I don't have any splits left. I used them all when I showed up, and I like to have normally like I would say 2 days worth in my bag. So I'm going to work on some splits now, and then I got to go over to that other tent. I got to drive over there and I got to fix that tent. The snow has collapsed it again, and the issue is me. The issue really is me. I didn't realize there's a pole that comes with it that you can put up in the middle to help it when it's standing up for long periods of time. The company reached out to me and said, hey, did you know there's a pole in there? And I didn't know there was a pole. So that's something that I want to do. I want to get it fixed. And so that way when I leave for long periods of time, which I have been doing with that tent, I've been testing it out, I know that it's going to be safe and it's not going to collapse. This guy here is super dry. He's really, really dry. Oh, so cool. There's actually heat coming out of this from being by the stove. See this knot right here? This stops everything. I can come down through here, this split mark. I'll try to come down this way. Down through means I'm gonna have to split this. You see how it doesn't want to do it? Even though it's freezing out, I'm gonna sweat when I'm dealing with this, so I'm taking off my layers. There's the axe. That's coming back with me. There's supposed to be a pole in here. Did I lay that somewhere with the other poles? Shoot. I did. Right here. Right there. Now, let's see. There's a pole here that's made to go up in the middle to hold the tent up for longer periods of time. And so I didn't know that. And I know there are poles in here that open up the vestibule in the front, or the awning. And I've used that before with this tent, and it's a wonderful feature. But now I got to figure out. There it is. Oh yeah. Okay. This will change everything. The reality is these folks think of everything. And they thought of this. They thought, okay, if your tent collapses, there's a pole for that. There's the stove, right? The cot. Here's my table and chair. And it's come right down in the middle. And this design really does allow for this to happen because it's a collapsible tent. So here goes. Look at that. You see that? It's not broken. It's exactly how it should be. Standing up perfectly. It's been sitting here for probably 2 weeks like that. With the center forced down in. And there's no damage. So that's a great sign. Now I'm going to put in that pole. And I'm going to walk away feeling great. Get her in there. Okay. Okay, he's in there good. And so I've got a wing nut here. This opens up, allows for this to slide down into here. And it's tight. There's a lot of tension here, but this is a good thing. So here we go. We're gonna lift it up. Slide this in. Not too bad. Just like that. Oh. And if I wanted, I could just leave this pole in all the time. If I was ever camping here in a snowstorm, I would 100% use this pole. Like I can't, I don't read instructions. I'm not an instruction guy. You guys have to admit, that is awesome. I mean, it's such a simple thing. And I know when I first came here a few weeks back and the tent had collapsed, everyone was like, oh, put in a center pole, put in a piece of 2x4 to hold it up. The company already thought of it. And I wasn't anticipating any snow after I popped it up again. And it came, the snow came anyway, you know. I am in a winter wonderland out here. I should always be thinking snow is coming no matter what the forecast says. Anyway, for all of you that have stuck around to this point, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you've been thinking about it, I would love for you to subscribe. So many, like the vast majority of the people that watch my channel aren't subscribers. It's up to 80%. So if you watch my channel anyway, you'll probably just see me in your feed anyway, so you might as well subscribe. It would mean a lot, and it makes me work really hard the more subscribers I have, and this year's been great. I've had a real boost in subscribers, and that's a big thanks to you guys. As well, if you've stuck around to this point, I got something to tell you. All the people who checked out early, they're not going to know this. I'm going to Labrador. I'm going back to Labrador for a break, and not to live, but I'm going there to visit my mom, and I'm going to visit Jerry, the man who built my stove, and we're going to go to his cabin and we're going to check out his stove. That's the plan. Now, unless there's like something crazy that stops us from going, we are going to be at his cabin. You're going to get to see all kinds of tricks this man knows about being out in the cold. You're going to get to see his stove, which is like mine, but on steroids, man. This thing is crazy. It weighs 1,000 pounds. So, and it'll just be, I'll be able to fish there. And oh, the view is stellar out there, man. You're in the mountains. It's beautiful. Labrador is my home in my heart. So it's been years, over a half a decade, 6-7 years since I've been home. And so I can't wait to go back. And I'm also going to go to my buddy Chris's cabin. And you're going to see some partying. You're going to see some snowmobiling. You're going to see some hunting. You're going to see delicious meals. You're going to see darts. There might be a beer popped. Yeah, guitar. Man, it's going to be a wicked time. Like, that's what the cabin is all about, right? Getting away and just having the best time of your life. So I have a couple of cabin trips planned in Labrador coming up. So you guys are going to have to keep an eye out for those videos. And if you stuck around, you know it's coming. And those that haven't watched, you know, they'll see it. But now you've got the anticipation, right? And there's going to be more characters and, you know, just all kinds of cool, beautiful things that Labrador offers are going to be in my videos, and I can't wait. And maybe you'll meet my mom. That would be great. So, okay, that's it for this video, folks. This tent's been fixed. I love this tent. What a great feature. I wish I read the instructions, but I didn't. I have to admit, this is my favorite RBM tent. Because of this now, there's no question. I love the other little tents, but this one is amazing for so many reasons. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I figured this out, and I'm going to keep it up. And when I get back from Labrador, I'm going to come here. I'm going to spend a night or two. So that's the plan, man. Winter's still chugging along. It's not over yet. We still got a couple more months. So, you know, for those of you that love these winter videos as much as I do, we still got a bit of time left. And then before you know it, it'll be spring. But let's not wish this winter away. Let's just hold on to it for as long as we can and enjoy the snow and this freezing cold. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back really soon.